It gives me pleasure to bring out our next comedian. She's a regular here, all over New York, the Laugh Lounge, Broadway Comedy Club, a very sexy woman. Give it up for the one and only Brittany!
Kiss me on the mouth. Before I go, he's like, Brittany, here's the mic. The mic or your dick, Scott? Which one is it? How you guys doing? Beautiful crowd. Beautiful. Give it up for your host. I know he's weird. Just give it up to him. Just do it because you're nice. Wow. So, apparently I don't look like your regular stand-up comic, which I didn't know that comics had a look, but whenever I go to a comedy club, people just think I'm like a spoken word poet that showed up at the wrong venue. I'm just gonna come on all sullen like. Why can't my people just be free? Oven baked, broiled, or extra crispy? Why can't we just be free? From item number 1, 2, or 3? No dollar menu for me. Two sides and a biscuit? Ba-da-ba, I ain't having that. Thank you. Thanks for supporting stand-up. It's such a fucking narcissistic asshole thing to do. I love it. I love it. Oh, man. So everyone's ready for the holidays, right? I'm seeing the lights up and the tacky sweaters. Yes. I love it. Has anyone, do you guys know, have they created, like, any companies created any solar-powered holiday lights? Anybody know? It's a good idea. Like, they should get on that. And so I started thinking about other stuff that would be great to be solar-powered. Dildos. Right, ladies? Those batteries are a hassle. I switched my batteries today. I was like, power, yes, I can feel it. But the only thing is you'd have to stand outside to charge your shit, so you'd just be like... just somewhere in Brooklyn in front of your apartment building. Your neighbor walked by, hey Sheila, how you doing, girl? How the kids, good? Good? Look out for that dog shit, girl. God bless you. I think it's a great idea. Oh my gosh. I tell you something about being a black woman is difficult. Two things. Hair. Currently I have a tube sock in my hair. Right now. As I speak, there is a tube sock in my hair. For you people, I want to look good. And my mother, my black mother, taught me that when it's hot outside, you just dust yourself with a little baby powder to keep fresh and cool. Girl, you know what I'm talking about. I saw your teeth in the darkness. I know you know what I'm talking about. But I think over the summer I took that shit overboard. Because I dusted myself and I whisked away into the day. And when I sat on the train, you got it. Crotch powder. It was like a magic trick. And there was like a really sexy guy sitting across from me and said, to deal with it, I said, very straight-faced, you like that? So I've been dating around, single lady. Single, getting out there, having a little sex. And I realized that sex is like an adult version of the game Bop It. You just tell the person exactly what to do. There's music in the background, it goes a little something like this. Tug it, rub it, suck it, suck it, suck it, suck it, suck it, pass it on. You guys just want us to pass it on, right? Next bitch. Men are awful. I love them. I'm thinking about trying to be a lesbian, just a couple of weeks. Just give it like a trial run. I think it'd be awesome. I know everything about it. Moving on. That's not. I didn't plan to talk about vagina tonight, so I'm not gonna do it.
Talk about vagina. Yeah.
I have been concerned about titty fucking a little lately. I just
don't get it.
Hello.
Right.
I don't
I can help you out with that.
I know I hear tonight we're gonna be auctioning off titty fucks. I love this place. Oh my goodness. So right now I sell shoes on Madison Avenue. And it's strange because it's like a lot of like old rich white men. I sell shoes. I sell men's shoes. And it's like all these like aristocrat old white guys, and I feel like if I piss them off, they're just gonna throw me back into slavery. And I'm not even gonna fight with them about it. I'm like, you want me to start picking here, sir? Because I just don't want no trouble. But I realize that just, you know, as a young black person, I've got the energy and I've got the rhythm, so I dance all the time. I just can't help it. I just do. But turns out I dance when I'm nervous, which is weird. A little strange. So when the customers come in, I'm like, oh, this guy's gonna be a dick. So I'm like, all right, I gotta put on the charm. So when he comes in, I'm like, hey, sir, how you doing? Having a good day? Want to look at this stuff over here? We got some sales on this wall. That happened. And then I went in the soccer mode, super embarrassed. I was like, holy shit. Did I just revert back to Jigaboo just now? Just put on some blackface and some red lipsticks like, hey, sir, how you doing? Want me to shine you up? Yeah. Top hat, collecting my tips. Like the people on the subway. Oh my goodness. Subway. I'm from Virginia, and the subway freaks me out. Like it does. Because the conductors are assholes, for the most part. They're either too mean, or they, like, are not enough. You know what I mean? Like, you're sitting in a tunnel for, like, 20 minutes. You're like, why am I sitting in this tunnel? And the guy's like, bing bong. Attention passengers. There's a possum on the tracks, and that's why we've been sitting here for this long. Bloomberg passed a law. I can't be hitting these possums. I'm just gonna have to wait it out. Bing. It made me think about that the Ying Yang Twins song, the Whisper song. At least make it cool for me, man. Get on the like, ding dong. Attention passengers, got something to tell ya. Something on the track's gonna get a wind chop. Where do you see my bing bong? Stupidest song. I love it. Oh my god. I'm a medical assistant by trade. I went to college for that. And now I sell shoes. Isn't that just America? Yeah. Paying student loans with shoe money. That's real talk. That's what's happening. But I used to work at a gastro office, which it was okay, but every time I came home from work, my roommate would be like, something smells like shit. That was me. I also used to work at a assisted living home for the geriatrics, which all of you call it the old folks home, right? The only time you call it that is when you know somebody in there, and you're like, that's the place where they go to be happy until they die. Don't make fun of it, grandma's gonna die in that place. But I loved it because it was a lot like the whole Jigaboo thing, where it was like me and one other old black man. And he had Alzheimer's, and so he was a little off, but the one thing he remembered was his grandson taught him how to do the Harlem Shake, like years, like when it was cool, you know? And that's the one thing he held on to. So whenever there was a jingle, fucking the Price is Right came on, forget about it. He would throw his cane down and just... See how I'm doing it like an old man, you like that? Old men always put their own spin on shit. And I'd be in the corner like, yeah, that's right. It was awkward because all the white nurses didn't know what that dance was. So they thought he was having seizures every day. And he would do it and they'd be like, oh, it's happening again. What have I got here? Working is so hard because you work really hard and then you have to pay your taxes and pay your bills and stuff. And so often we work really hard, but we're broke, right? So I thought about prostituting, just part-time, just to make some extra bones, you know? And my friend who's from the Bronx, I'm from Virginia, so we don't really speak the same lingo. She told me, get out there and sell my cookies. And I didn't know what cookies were. I didn't know what she was referring to. Turns out she meant vagina. I am talking about vagina, aren't I? I said I wasn't gonna do it. But then it got me started thinking, like, are men calling their dicks biscotti now? It's a long, hard cookie. Okay? Anything long and hard, I'm cool with it. But I realized after working at the old folks' homes that old ladies call their vaginas lemon squares, and old men call their dicks hard candies. And so I'd go up to them and I'd be like, are you doing okay, Leroy? And he'd be like, you want some hard candies? And I was like, that's not hard candies, that is dick and balls in your pocket. Thanks for listening, I'm Brittany Sherrod.
Give her some love, come on. Yeah.